Welcome back to Wall of Gain, and in this episode I'm going to be reviewing S&M by Metallica. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already subscribed, please hit the button now. If you could also like, share, leave a comment and hit the notification bell, really helps out my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's dive straight in here. S&M by Metallica. Arguably one of the most ambitious projects that Metallica had undertaken to this point. It was basically a live album which consisted of Metallica playing all their biggest hits, being backed by the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Michael Kamen. The inspiration for this album came from the work that Michael Kamen had done with the band on the song Nothing Else Matters from the Black Album. This album was released in 1999 and was the last full-length album to feature bassist Jason Newsted before he departed the band. The album was released through Vertigo and Elektra Records, depending on what side of the pond you were on, and it was produced by Bob Rock, James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich and Michael Kamen. The album was recorded over 2 nights in the Berkeley Community Theatre in California, and the album consists of a total of 21 tracks over 2 discs. So I'll give you a bit of background on how I stumbled across this album. So when I was 15, 16, I was getting into guitar music and I was getting into Metallica. I bought the Black Album and then this was followed up by S&M. So the reason I chose to get S&M as the second album was because I was only 16 years of age. I didn't have a whole lot of disposable income. The only medium available to me back in 1999 was actually CD. So in order to get as much Metallica music as possible without buying all of the back catalogue of albums, S&M seemed like the obvious choice. Metallica has never released a best of CD, so it just made sense to buy S&M to get to grips with other Metallica songs that weren't on the Black Album. So this album does hold a special place for me in that regard. However, I think some of the songs don't really work well with an orchestra in the background. And after a point in time, it actually became annoying on some of the tracks. Eventually, when I went and I bought the full-length studio albums of Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning and Justice for All, the studio versions sound so much better than the S&M versions. Now, in saying that, there are some songs that actually sound really good with an orchestra. Obviously, Nothing Else Matters is perfect and made for an orchestra, so this song sounds amazing in this setting. The Ecstasy of Gold also sounds good, Call of the Cthulhu, and a lot of the songs from Load and Reload, such as The Memory Remains, Hero of the Day, Devil's Dance, Bleeding Me, Until It Sleeps, and Outlaw Torn. All of these songs sound really good with an orchestra in the background. As a bonus on this live album, Metallica also wrote and recorded 2 brand new songs which are included on the album, 1 on each disc. On disc 1 we have a track called No Leaf Clover, and this is an amazing track. Really high standard, sounds great with the orchestra live, and I believe they actually played it in the last 6 years live at a number of shows, and it sounds amazing even without the orchestra. The second new song that was written for this album is called Human, and it's track number 4 on disc 2. I don't think that Human is as strong as No Leaf Clover, but still a decent song. So all in all, I think this is a good album. It's a nice experience. If you're a Metallica fan, you will enjoy listening to these songs in a different setting. However, if you were like I was when I was 16 and this was the only version of, for example, Master of Puppets and For Whom the Bell Tolls and songs like that, this was the only version you had, the orchestra did become annoying after a while. So I don't think it's a great album for getting into the band. However, if you already have the back catalogue and you want to listen to Metallica outside their comfort zone and listen to different renditions of the songs, this is great, and it does shine a new light and a new perspective on these songs. I think the orchestration work by Michael Kamen is amazing. He does bring a new depth to the songs. He didn't just compose what you would expect for these songs. He actually tried to create lines that were different and memorable. As I said, it works on some songs, it doesn't work on other songs. So all in all, I'm going to give this album a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's definitely worth a listen, but it's probably not something that you could listen to very often without getting bored. So I hope you enjoyed my review of S&M by Metallica. Please let me know what you think of this album in the comments below. And if you could also like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, I really appreciate that. Here's some links to other videos that you might like if you enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you on the next one.